Alright guys, and welcome to Everyday Shooter. This is a game that I had on the old PlayStation 3 back in the day. It's one of the first games I downloaded actually. Pretty smooth game, it's like an Asteroids type deal. Like you saw there, a queasy game by Jonathan Mack, the mighty Santa Monica Studios. Like that background. But, yeah. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another edition of What the Fuck Wednesdays. But Everyday Shooter. Like I said, this is a little game I downloaded back in the day for the PS3. And you get a little tutorial. And it's a twin-stick shooter, top down like this. But it's a pretty swanky little game, actually. I like how everything is timed out to the music. And it's all graphically interesting as well. It's a very... like I said, swanky? I don't know how you would describe it. It's just I just like this game quite a lot. It was always a nice game to just sort of casually just flip on and chill out to. As I'm sure you guys have probably heard and noticed by this point, every time you hit or shoot or do something, that creates a little note and sound. Like every time you destroy one of those things that you just saw there, which is, I think it's actually really slick. It's kind of a cool little technique that they've done here to integrate not only the enemy sounds, but when they get destroyed into the game. It's a very slick thing. Especially to kind of make it all sound like it's part of one, sort of cohesive audio production. But yeah, Everyday Shooter. Love these little games, man. I remember this game was one of my first exposures to the PlayStation Network store, and it was one of the first games that I downloaded and tried, actually. Like I was saying earlier, the concept at the time, keep in mind this is in 2006 or 7, it's kind of just 12 years ago. At the time, it was a golden age of video gaming in a way that, I remember DLC was a new concept at this time, and having a digital online store was just amazing. I mean, it still is amazing today, but here's what I mean by that. At the time, really your only choices were to go to GameStop or Funkoland or wherever and, pick up your physical disc and away you go. I remember when the PS3 came out, I was like, oh yeah, they got a PlayStation store, and then they had all these PS1 classics and PS2 games you could buy for, really, really good prices, like $5 or $6 for, I don't know, Breath of Fire 3 and many other titles like that. Scott Pilgrim was another one that came along a couple years later. But, just the fact that you'd have the digital storefront that you could go buy games at, and you don't have to go to physically pick them up. I mean, I don't have to explain just how convenient that is. I'm sure many of you guys watching take advantage of digital distribution yourselves. Anyway, I just remember at the time DLC was brand new, or the concept of DLC was new. It was a fresh thing where it was like you're gonna get more, in your games of good games. That was the thought, at least from my perspective, when it came around. Like you have a good game and you get more of it. So there was no microtransactions, there was no loot boxes. The whole thing was you just play the game, and if you like it, you can get extra parts in the game, which was awesome. But we were judging by the old standards before before corporations and some publishers and other developers decided to try and take as much advantage as possible. A different time in video gaming history. But yeah, I just remember this being one of the... I remember getting a bunch of demos also off the PlayStation Network. Uncharted, I remember I got that on demo. Oh no! I remember Uncharted, I got that on demo, and I was blown away by how good that game was. I was like, this game's gonna be awesome. Now, mind you, I wasn't a huge Tomb Raider fan. I mean, I like Tomb Raider, but you know, it just wasn't exactly my like go-to game of choice. So I didn't immediately make the association like everybody else did. Like, oh, okay, Uncharted is Tomb Raider. Oh my gosh, that's not good. I didn't immediately make the association like, oh yeah, Uncharted is Tomb Raider, and you know, there you go. So I just remember when I got that game on demo, I was like, oh hell yeah, PlayStation Network demo, Naughty Dog, let's get it. Anyway, that was an example of a game that I found, and I remember Uncharted was a great game, but it wasn't an immensely popular game even after it came out. It really wasn't until Uncharted 2 that the series gained all its recognition and notoriety. And so, you know, I was kind of boast. I'm an Uncharted original. Yeah, not like that means anything. This game is actually fairly difficult. Back to everyday shooter. It can be kind of tough. This is definitely not. I've had a lot of games where, you know, I get to this stage and that's it. And at first I couldn't even get past the first stage. I didn't see that timer or slider in the bottom corner indicating your progress. Whoa, don't know if you guys heard that or not. Got little fireworks going off. I like that a lot. You can hear the little as you're shooting away. Sometimes the sounds gets blended in, so you can't tell. Oh, this guy. I rarely, if ever, made it past this guy. Back when I was playing this game a whole lot. Fortunately, I know all the mechanics. You know, I know like, oh, the glowing guy, you go get him, and it's a good game though. It's a good game for honing the old reflexes. But it's been a while, so oh my gosh, no. It's been a while since I played this, so there's some techniques and some tactics to, you know, beating each stage that I'm really familiar with the first two stages. This stage I'm kind of familiar with. I've played it enough, but it starts to get to a point where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just out here for the ride. Try and duck and shoot as much as possible. I also don't know if when you destroy enemies that speeds the timer along, or I have no idea. One hit, one kill, so I'm down to 0 lives. It's time to play defensively. High drama. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I know if you gather enough of like the little blue or white pellets that you see, you can get extra lives, but shoot, when you're down on 0 lives, it's hard to make your way. I think right now I'm confused. I'm like, I don't know, I'm just trying to survive. Oh wait, get those guys, I forgot. Now the eye's huge. It's panic mode, boys. It's panic mode. Dodging, weaving, scheming and a G-man. Oh! Oh no! As if it wasn't hard enough. So these guys, I think I unintentionally had a pretty good strategy. Like I said, unintentionally. I'm just trying to survive here. I'm still on 0 lives, so. But if I play this again, I think I'll know. Like, take out these guys on one side of the screen. Like, don't go for. Don't be trying to go for everybody. Just go for a small group. Now that I've got that crit out, it gives me a lot more room to maneuver. Oh yeah. Life up. Yeah. You can see now that I've got a little bit of life, got the aggression back. Get back, demons! Alright, the airplane level, or in the sky level. I always call it the airplane level. But this level's, this is it, usually. Normally, I think this is the, on a really good run, this is about as far as I'd get, and then, that's it, time throwing the towel. But, it's a pretty interesting stage. It's got, like, this fog, and, like, you see in the fog section, you see the yellow I'm shooting at there? It's got the same enemy over there, but I'm trying to focus on one at a time. But you have to actually shoot the fog away. It's kind of a very interesting effect because you don't know exactly, like, even though it's not that much of a cloud or, that wide of a burst, I don't know how to deal with it. And then the other part is, you see those orange things? There's a way to use them. I don't know how to use them on this stage. I don't think I ever figured it out in terms of how to get like the chain going where you can blow something up and then it blows a bunch of stuff up. I'm on that get lucky that get lucky tack right now. Oh no. Oh, that's right, I forgot. There is a plane in this level. Yeah. That's right. That's right. These kind of these kind of games are really, I think they're awesome for a variety of reasons. I think one of the reasons I really love them is, it says a Queasy game by Jonathan Mack, so I like to think that maybe one or two people worked on it, and it's a fun game. I remember it after all these years, and I always had a good time with it. I'll never beat it, but it's pretty awesome. In fact, if any of you have a PS3, I think it's also available on PS4. I've just never checked. But go try and download this one. This is a good game. I mean, if it's still available, I don't know why it wouldn't be available. In fact, it's got to be, right? Well, no, it doesn't have to be. Scott Pilgrim you can't get anymore, which is, I don't know, ridiculous. I think it was licensing, though. I read online somewhere that licensing was the reason why you can't get that game anymore. Too many people own the rights to too many parts of it. But I guess in 2016, the creator of the comic book said it was his main goal in life to get that game re-released, which is great because that game is actually probably the best beat-em up that I've played, like objectively speaking. I've played other ones more because they've been older, but Scott Pilgrim, that is probably the best beat-em up game that I've played, from a single player perspective at least, or even doing co-op. Yeah, it's a great one. Even better than River City Ransom Underground. It's just a different style. Just relax and let that music take you away. The tank level. So I'd never actually seen this level before I played this time. Had not seen it. All I know is these guys shoot ridiculously fast. Oh boy. Hope that audio wasn't up too loud the whole time. We'll see if we have a big echo on the track. This is just pandemonium. We're just doing our best here. This is ridiculous. I can't stand under all this fire. Oh, we're almost made it though. We've almost made it. Just gotta hang in there. No! No! We were so close. Well, them's the brakes. Yeah. So I did that run. You start off on 3 lives. I think you can do the run again. You can buy extra stuff. But yeah, that was about the extent of the mighty everyday shooter. Pretty solid game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and we will see you next time. See you, fellas.